What's going on, everybody? Robinson, DUP.
Boom! Sorry, I had to do it.
All right. I wasn't expecting John to do that.
Got you good.
But anyway, we actually wanted to do the ANBF Blue Ridge Fitness Festival, the Virginia Natural Championships review. I would have loved to record the show, but you could actually see the entire show in clips. I think Andrew Perdue from Inside Natural Bodybuilding recorded the whole thing. Andy! Waterboy!
Waterboy! Oh, he's never getting away from it.
What's going on, Andy? But I'll attach Inside Natural Bodybuilding's links in the description box so you can go, when he puts up the footage, you'll be able to see it. First off, the show doubled since last year. We had like 20 competitors the first year. I think we had about 40 this year. And it's not even that the fact that the show doubled in competitors. The quality of competitors were off the chain this year.
I was floored.
We were floored. These people were novices, and all of them, there were a lot of people on that stage that would have won pro cards any other day of the week.
I think that Mark LeBliner was there, and he was head judge, and one of the things, he turned to me and he goes, we were judging the men's novice class.
Which was by far the most ridiculous class.
Oh my God, it was so competitive. He goes, are we judging men's pro bodybuilding right now?
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy.
It was nuts. Literally, and I'd like to talk about this in the men's bodybuilding a lot, and I don't mean to push any of the classes aside. I mean, we had a great bikini class.
I was going to say the bikini was incredibly competitive.
We had a great bikini class. Women's physique was great. We only had one men's physique competitor. Virginia, where's your men's physique guys coming? Come on, guys.
You come to the Jersey Shore, we got nothing but men's physique competitors.
I mean, men's physique is getting huge. Where was the men's physique class? Yeah. But we would love to see more of you guys come out. You know, and even the teen bodybuilding was incredible. These kids were 17 years old and they were dynamite on stage. Well rehearsed, had their posing down, conditioning was good. Especially for the teens, let me just go over this real quick. Keep doing what you're doing and keep building. You guys will be great, and you will be pros in the very near future. Trust me. You guys have nothing to be ashamed of. You guys are probably some of the best team that I've seen in a while.
Mark and I were talking about that at the judging panel. We go, this has to be the best. It was only two people, two teens, but we turned to each other. We were like, this is probably the best teenage class that we've ever seen in bodybuilding.
Yep.
It was just phenomenal. So whatever you guys are doing, keep at it. I think the one athlete that won, oh gosh, I can't remember his name. Yeah, I know that Anthony Ferguson trained him. You guys are doing a great job, so keep at it. The level of muscle and development and leanness, it was just, I was floored. Both competitors were great.
Yep. To the point where we had two competitors, and we actually had to make them go through the turns several times to pick out a clear winner.
Oh my God!
It was close.
The crowd went nuts.
The crowd went nuts. But with the men's novice, I think we had 7 guys on stage.
Yeah.
All of you guys. I know there was Jordan, Zane. Who else was on there? Doug. I'm sorry, I don't have all the competitor names memorized. I actually have the notes in my notebook in my bag. But don't do that while you're driving.
I can do it.
But all of you guys brought a level of conditioning for an amateur novice class that I have never seen at any show. And I'm not bullshitting. I mean, I've been to between shows that I've gone to, been in, and or judged. I have never seen a novice class like that. And a lot of you guys, I'm telling you, if you keep competing, whether it's with the ANBF or whatever other organization, I think almost every guy on that stage will win a pro card somewhere at some. It was just that the competition level was so high at our show.
Absolutely.
I mean, how long? We must have had them on stage posing for close to 10 minutes. Maybe even longer.
Minutes, yeah.
The amount of time it took the judges to figure out how they were going to place people. We had you guys switching, moving spots. We had you go through the mandatories. I can't even tell you how many times. The durability of you guys was phenomenal because of how long you were up there posing and you know, not turning flat and doing what you guys did. Absolutely amazing. I take nothing away from any of you. Listen, if we could hand out pro cards to everybody, I think that was one of the shows.
Like the one class
we probably could have done it in that one class and nobody would have blinked at it. Yeah. Unfortunately, there can only be one winner in that case, which was Jordan. Jordan, my man, awesome conditioning. You were striated everywhere from top to bottom. I think you were the most complete guy, hands down. But all of you guys came in pretty dialed.
Absolutely.
And let's just put it this way. When I see shows like that, and I was telling John, I was like, God damn, I have my pro card. When I see amateurs coming in like that, I'm like, I better start working even harder. I already know the pros that I have to go against, but knowing I have these young guys coming up right behind me.
These young whippersnappers?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, they're 22, I'm 33, I've been lifting way longer.
Yeah.
When these guys are coming in, I'm like, God damn, I got to work harder because these guys are going to get pro cards, and I'm going to have to be on a stage against them, and it's going to be a competition.
Oh yeah.
It's not going to be like, oh yeah, well they got their pro card, they're just starting out. It's like they're top-notch guys.
Let me riff on that for a second. And also, Jordan was not the biggest guy on stage, and I know that there was a debate about, you know, oh, should the biggest person get it, or what about the leanness?
It was a classic mass versus conditioning on that stage too.
It absolutely came down to that. And you know what the thing is it really truly needs to be both. In the ANBF, we try not to favor one or the other. We look for the most complete package. So if someone comes in looking like a skeleton, we're not going to give them a pro card, right? Because we don't want someone next to death getting a pro card over someone who, you know, has muscle. But at the same time, just because you have mass, you need to make sure you're lean. And so you have to think about both. And so Jordan brought this, you know, great package to the stage, but every one of the other athletes could easily have been a contender for that first placing, maybe if they just got a little bit leaner. So it's just something to maybe be thinking about as you think about the rest of your season, guys, is think about maybe trying to dial yourself in, get a little bit leaner. Not everybody has to have striated glutes.
Nope.
It can help, certainly, but honestly, if you come in lean and full and big and muscular, and I gotta say this, posing has to be on. Posing has to be on. Especially for me as a judge, it's one of the #1 things I look at, because there's a lot of things that are not in your control, right? So something can happen with your tan. I try not to mark people down too much on tan. I will, but the thing is that something can happen with your tan. You could get up on stage and you could be up against gigantic monsters like Greg, right? But at the end of the day, if you pose well, you can beat Greg. You can beat big guys.
Yeah.
Your thing has
Your conditioning is better too. You can definitely beat me.
And that's my point, is that just because, you know, you're smaller doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be beat by a bigger guy. Because if you come in and you're conditioned and you show well and you pose well, you could take you could beat Goliath. I did. You know, I'm a 5'6" nothing, and I beat Goliath when I competed. So the thing is that you just have to be thinking about that. So what else you want to talk about? You want to talk about the bikini class?
Yeah, I mean,
that was a good one.
The bikini class was great. I mean, I give you girls all the credit in the world. The one thing I noticed with some of the bikini class, and you and I both said this, I don't know what tanner they used.
Yeah, they were streaky.
It almost hurt some of the competitors.
Yeah. Because
it looked like somebody brushed it on, and you could literally see the overlap lines to where it wasn't uniform.
Yep.
And be careful of the selection of suit.
Yes. Yes.
Because that can hurt you as well, because it might not highlight your body properly. It may cover up too much.
Yep.
And then therefore you look like you should belong in maybe figure or physique.
Well, you got to be careful of the crisscross design.
Yeah.
Right. You know, where the chest comes in, you have to be careful of sort of a crisscross design and having too much bling. A little bit is okay, but if it's distracting, that's not good for the judges, because we need to look at your body, not at your suit. Your suit should complement your body. If we're staring at your suit because something's off, that's going to take away from us looking at you and comparing you to the other athletes. So just think about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And then who else? The physique girls were great. And then we had one pro, which was Yashika Brooks,
my God,
who she won her pro card last year at our ANBF show. She came back, and Yashika, I'm going to tag you so you see this video. Girl, goddamn. I mean, she came. She was great the first year. The improvements she made from year to year were ridiculous.
Yashika, I just want to say something. So as a judge, I remember last year, when I judged and I put you as first, I remember being wowed when you came out on stage. And this time I could barely write on my piece of paper, even though you're the only athlete. I couldn't write because I was so astounded by the amount of improvement in your physique and So your development, your leanness, your posing, your tan, your presentation, you coming out there and owning the stage, you have a huge future in this sport. Please continue doing what you're doing. I am really looking forward to seeing you at some future ANBF shows. Please think about coming out to the May show in Brick, New Jersey, and as well as the FitCon Texas show. You should definitely come out to those. I think that would be great, and I would love to see you also go to other organizations and compete, because in all honesty, I think you're incredibly competitive. So congratulations to you for all your hard work.
Absolutely. And you know, it's also great too, and I want to talk about the YouTubers that showed up. We did have Big J from Big J's Extreme Fitness. We had Jerry Ward from Bios3 Raw TV hanging out at David Whitaker's booth at ExtremeLiving.biz. That was by far, I think, one of my favorite booths of the entire expo. They were having like a body weight for reps competition between bench press, squats, and rack pulls.
That was so awesome.
And it was awesome to watch all these young guys literally going to the point where they were like almost passing out. I mean,
almost puking.
Like, I've never seen young guys want it so bad and work so hard, and it was just for like a jug of protein.
Yeah.
And these guys are doing it for fun, just for bragging rights. The thing of protein was just extra fluff for them. But, you know, hanging out with Van Bra, hanging out with Mark Lilbliner, you know, it's great hanging out with all these guys. I mean, you know, you see them on camera and people try to say that they're frauds and they're this and they're that and they're but when you meet them in person, I'm telling you, all of these guys are honest. All they want is the best for the YouTube and fitness community. They're great to hang around with. They're easy. They're approachable. I was cracking jokes. We're having a great time. All of us got along. There were no egos involved whatsoever, and we just pretty much chilled the entire day, besides when we were judging.
Yeah.
So
just a quick thing I wanted to add. You know, all of the people from YouTube, absolutely genuine, good people. You know, I had a conversation with Big J talking about his appearance on Muscle Science and Application, which is a shout out to my friend John Bossy, his podcast. If you guys haven't checked out that podcast, you definitely should. And one of the cool things is that Big J was talking about how he got his gym to where it is and all the things that he's doing, and he's just a really nice person. So it was great to meet him in person, spend some time with him. What's his name from Bios3?
Jerry Ward.
Jerry Ward. I met Jerry. Jerry's a really nice guy. We had some conversations. And obviously, you know, the thing is that when you're seeing these people on YouTube and they have their shtick and they're having fun, you got to remember that they're being a character. And then when you meet someone in real life and kind of realize, wow, this is a person, you know, they're really nice, and sometimes maybe people come off kind of coarse on their videos.
Like me.
Yeah, you. These are real people. They're nice people, and you know, you just got to give them a chance. So it was just really cool to hang out with those guys. So shout out to you. Thank you very much for being part of the ANBF show that we had and the Fitness Expo. And just a quick shout out to Anthony. Thank you so much for putting on this event, the Blue Ridge Fitness Festival. It is growing every year. You're doing a better job every year. I'm really happy that I was able to be part of it with you and get the sponsorship with myoatmeal.com. So shout out to Anthony Kalova and myoatmeal.com for giving the competitors some oatmeal and t-shirts. It's just really nice to see this develop. Really excited to be part of it. We'll be back next year, Greg and I. Hopefully Greg will. I will be back next year. So I want to thank you very much for the sponsorship. Thank you very much for the lake house that you guys put us in. We had some fun times with that. I know Kenton and Andy had some fun times, if you know what I mean. But thank you very much, guys, and you'll see some video footage if you check out Andy's Inside Natural Bodybuilding.
Yep, absolutely. So all in all, if you live out in the Virginia area or you just want to see a great show, we had a packed house. We really did.
Absolutely.
It was more packed than it was last year.
We ran out of chairs.
Pretty much. It was just a phenomenal show. It was a phenomenal experience with great people. Thank you to every vendor. Thank you for all the sponsors who put their time in. Thank you to Anthony for promoting the show. Thank you for Kent and you know, Mark will allow us to be on the ANBF board and be a part of this. You know, Katie Gallagher, who came out to judge, and everybody else who was a part of this experience. It was another great show. We get to do it again in a couple weeks in Brick, New Jersey.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, John and I are like have a packed schedule for the next month between Brick, New Jersey, and then we're going to be off to FitCon in Waxahachie, Texas, in a couple weeks after that. I just hope that we continue to grow and continue to give everybody a great experience with the natural bodybuilding world, increase the fan base, increase the amount of competitors, and that's it, guys. You know, I really hope, if you watched, I think David Whitaker had the ExtremeLiving.biz live cam.
Yep.
Inside Natural Bodybuilding is going to have a lot of the show covered. I think that's pretty much it.
Oh, one more quick shout out. Just want to shout out to anyone in the Roanoke area. If you're looking for a hardcore gym, Elite Health and Fitness.
Absolutely.
Awesome gym. Trained there 2 days in a row. You'll probably see some video footage of it. Mark LeBliner was there on Friday night. Kent Beerley. We got a nice workout in. And let me tell you, great gym. Check it out if you're in the area. And also, we got the squat. I got the squat there yesterday and did pretty well with my squats and my deadlifts. And it was just nice to be able to walk into a gym and see a nice little platform where I can put my hands in some chalk and not get yelled at. So thank you guys very much for allowing us to come and work out. And if you're in the area, check that gym out, guys.
So that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the recap. Like I said, InsideNaturalBodybuilding.com will have the show. See you later, Andrew. And
bye, Waterboy.
Bye, Waterboy. Talk to you later.